Hello, my name is Miranda Soto, and I'll be doing diversity training on women. In this diversity training, I'll be discussing the cultural background of women to help you understand the battles women fight almost every day. Women have been fighting for equality for quite a bit of time now. By going through this training, hopefully this will help you understand a little more of what women go through in a workspace environment and help the balance of a workplace. Let's get into this. Cultural history. When researching the history of women, I came across many articles telling stories about past famous women who've accomplished barriers so women could have more privilege in the world we grow up in. Since women started joining the employment world, they have had a hard time proving themselves. A New York Times article named Teaching and Learning about Women's History, published on March 1st of 2018, stated, "The role of American women in history has been constantly overlooked and undervalued in the body of American history." March became Women's History Month in the year 1987. This was a big step for women in the United States. Another accomplishment in women's history is in 2021, the United States saw their first female vice president become inaugurated, Kamala Harris. It is crazy that it took so many years for us to get our first vice president in America. Women have been known to stay home and take care of the kids, while men go out to work. It is stated in an article named The History of Women's Work and Wages and How It Has Created Success for Us All on January 6th of 2021 that African American women were about twice as likely to work than white women at the time. This quote refers to how segregation played a part in women's history of the workplace environment. The chart above shows a labor force participation rate for women during the years of 1948 to 2021. This chart goes based on months throughout the year. You'll see that during the late 1990s is where women were at the highest in labor force. Women went from staying at home, taking care of the kids, to being successful businesswomen that can provide for their families as well. This world is always changing, and the changes can be hard for America to go through when there are Americans who don't like change. Cultural values. Cultural values can have a big effect on women and how they grow up. Girls and boys can be treated differently in their home as kids based on their cultural beliefs and religion. For example, when I was young, I remember my mother teaching me to do laundry and wash dishes because I was a girl. I grew up thinking that was what a woman does, take care of the household. Women's values have come so far and have changed, with women having more rights and having equality. It is stated in an article named How Cultural Impacts Our Value of Women on April 6th of 2020 that a family's culture shows as one of the biggest influences of our gender beliefs and gender roles. As time goes on, I believe that women's cultural value will change along with the world. I have seen some couples where the women are the bread maker and the man stays home with the kids. I think this is a big step for women and the world in general. For example, when women first joined the employment world, we did not have equal pay as a man. We are still fighting this battle today, but have come so much further to equality since the past time. Some positive stereotypes of women are patience and nurturing. These stereotypes come from the past, where women were the main caretakers in the household. More examples of women's positive stereotypes is being more critical on their looks than men. Women do get criticized more for being not put together than men do. Most people believe that a woman should look a certain way when being seen in public. Women in the public eye are doing the best they can to show the world that you can look however you want to, and people will still accept you for you. This movement that they are trying to make is great, and it is opening the world up to change. Some negative stereotypes of women are being weak and not skilled enough. These negative stereotypes can be lethal to a woman's career and can prevent them from moving up on the career ladder. Women have to work hard to prove that they can do anything a man does. There are many examples of successful women that have proven to men that they can do those tasks better than they can. These women go out to prove those negative stereotypes wrong. Conclusion. Women are building their way up to having equality one step at a time, and we've come so far from where we started. I hope you understand a little bit better now on how to treat women fairly and how to treat them like they're delicate. Not so delicate. My diversity training was meant to give a little background on women and explain their struggles in the workplace. I do hope I accomplished that today. Thank you for listening and have a great day.